Howdy. I'm in northern Arizona. How did I get here to northern Arizona, you say? Well, I'll show you right here. After I left the desert last week in the Mojave Desert, I made my way to Needles, Colorado River, crossed over that, and then drove Route 66 through Oatman, Arizona. Oh yeah, Oatman. Look at this guy right here. What's up? Anything going on today? Were you the guy? Yeah, that's one of my friends from last year when I passed through. So anyway, I went through Oatman, then Kingman. Stayed there in Kingman for 2 nights to post up that video. And then continued down Route 66 here. Made my way to a place called Crozier Springs. And then instead of staying down at the bottom of Crozier Springs where I camped last year, I decided to come up the hill. And that road was, well, you can see it right here. The road was kind of something, but anyway, let me show you what the place looks like, and then I'll show you what it looks like going down tomorrow. And out here, what we're looking at is I think they call it the Truxton Plateau. There's actually a little town down there called Truxton. It's just basically a pass-through place. It used to be something, but no longer. Anyway, so Truxton, Route 66 is right down there, train tracks as well. And then Route 66 kind of does a little zip, a little left and then a right through Peach Springs, down to Grand Canyon Caverns. And then off the distance there, you can see what looks like cliffs. Those, I believe, are the Aubrey Cliffs, where the Big Boquillas Ranch is. And then you get on into Seligman, and then Williams after that, which is where I'm going to actually stay in a motel tomorrow night. It's the weekend. And then after that is Flagstaff, but I'm going to get up there onto the forest land. So that's that with those places. Let me show you, though, real quickly the campsite here. It's a nice little spot. So like I said, it came up the road here, and then I found this little opening here to hide the car in between these little juniper trees. I could have continued on that way. It's just pretty much flat butte, and then goes back down into I think it's Walnut Spring or Granite Spring. I forget what the spring is called down there. But anyway, got the little jalopy right here, just doing the car camping. And then I got my stuff all spread out here on the cot. Nice little view. Oh, you know what I'll show you here too? Here. Well, before we do that. So here's this place just sleeping out under the stars. And really comfy and cozy. But also what I wanted to also show you is, I'll show this to you here, right now. Last night over this way was a really pretty good sunset here. I'll post the picture right here. Oh, pretty good looking, huh? And then also last night the moon was coming up. I'll show you this picture here, right up that way. Take a look at that, huh? And then tonight probably, I don't know if we'll get a good picture of it, those top of that butte there will probably have light up pretty good with the sun. Be nice and red. But anyway, that's northern Arizona for right now. Let's see what else we can see in the next couple days ahead, huh? Good morning. Try that again. Good morning. No, I did not sleep with my hat on. But I did wake up about 6:30 and just kind of lounged around for about an hour and a half till I heard the train out there. So looks like it's probably moving day today. Yeah, it's gonna be the 90s today, so guess time to get out of here. Head on out to Williams. I think I'm gonna go to Flagstaff first, but go past Williams, down to Flagstaff, pick up a few things maybe, and then back to Williams. Got a cheap room tonight, $26. This will be interesting, a $26 room. Let's see what that looks like. So time to pack up, get out of here, and move on down the road. See what else is on Route 66, huh? Yeah. All right, let's go. Well, I think that's the quickest I've broken camp. It only took me about 30 minutes. Anyway, as you can see, the road coming up here was pretty interesting. And I'm going to have to shut this down here because it's going to get pretty gnarly here in a second. You think it's pretty gnarly now, huh? But I will, when I get to one real bad spot, I'll show you what it looks like. But I do want to tell you that this Subaru Outback, it does pretty good on these roads. I've got the AT tires on it as well, so but I'm pretty impressed with all the dirt roads I've been on with this thing. All right, I'll show you the tricky spot when I get there. Okay, so this is a spot right here. Let me get out and I'll show you. It doesn't look too bad, does it? But when we get up here a little bit closer. So coming across the sand is not too bad because it's not really that loose. But here's a spot that's going to be tricky right here. Is this little ledge, if you want to call it. So what I had to do coming up is I had to go up here on the side to keep my clearance up. And coming down, I think I'll have to do the same thing. I was thinking I might have to come over here, but coming down I'll just have to do the same thing because over here you've got more of a got a bump down and a bump up on rocks. There's no traction. Then a bump down and the bump up. So we're just going to go ahead and come over here to this side again, and then that'll get us through. And then getting on down to the bottom, there's just another couple sandy spots and a few little rough spots, but nothing terribly bad. All right, Wish me luck. Well, how about that? That was a lot easier coming down than it was going up. All right, on to the end of the road here. Well, for the most part, we're down. So now I just have to go through a couple of cattle gates. And here's a lesson on cattle gates. If you ever drive through them or go through or walk through them, you always leave the gate as you found it. If it's open, you leave it open. If it's closed, you leave it closed. So let's go open the gate so we can drive through it. Howdy. How you doing? Just better watch out for this guy. Make sure he doesn't charge me, huh? It's all right, friend. I'm not going to get your little babies. How now, brown cow? See you later. And one last gate, we're out back onto Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Crozier Canyon Ranch. By the way, nice flowers, huh? I want to also say thank you again from last year. I'll put a link down below in the description to Ivan. Ivan, when I was walking along here last year, when I was walking along here last year, about a couple miles down, he saw me. He pulled a U-turn. Said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then he ran me the 2 miles up here. He just took me up about a couple hundred yards up the road there. Actually, where those cattle were. And wished me luck and all that. And I camped out there that night. And then the next day, when I came back to continue my walk on east, I found a whole bunch of bottles of water that he had left right there. So once again, Ivan, maybe just by chance we'll meet up here. But again, thank you very much. All right, Route 66 going east. Going to go through Peach Springs, the Hualapai Indian Reservation, around the bend down past Grand Canyon Caverns, through Seligman. We're going to go through Williams to Flagstaff. I'll pick up some stuff and then come back to Williams for the $26 room for the weekend. Nobody coming from there. Nobody coming from there. Got my lights on as they want you to do on this road. So here we go, Route 66. Get your kicks. Feels weird being on a smooth road, you know. Don't blink, but we just went through Truxton. It was a little something in its day, but no longer. All that's left there is the gas and grub. I went through Peach Springs on the Hualapai Reservation. Not much going on. They got all the local roads closed down, I guess, because of whatever. The inn is closed. Got the police out there blocking the local roads. So coming up is road to Fraser Wells, and then to the drop-off to go to Havasupai Falls. I'll show you a picture. You may have seen pictures of this before. It's a pretty nice place. I think I'll get there someday. The Indian Reservation's got their places blocked off here too. So anyway. Grand Canyon Caverns. They got a little cafe there. It's obviously closed right now. Oh, yeah, closed. They got RV camping, tent camping. They have a little lodge there, but also their claim to fame is there's a real deep caverns down there. You can take a tour down there and see the big underground caverns. So here we are in Seligman. It's kind of sleepy. Everything's still shut down. This side cafe, is that open? Nah, it's closed. Darn. And if you're not familiar with Burma-Shave Signs, hopefully there'll be some here between Seligman and Flagstaff, and I'll take a shot of them. They're corny, but for for the time that they Route 66 was a thing, you know, then those signs were a thing. All right, so that was Seligman. And speaking of Burma-Shave Signs, look at this. Here we go. Although insured, remember, kiddo, they don't pay you. They pay your widow. Burma-Shave. Huh? You might be asking? Well, a number of those Burma-Shave signs have a speed theme to them. So that's what Burma-Shave signs look like. And they were kind of the entertainment and the advertising along Route 66 back in the day. Just passed another one. Angels who guard you when you drive usually retire at 65. Burma-Shave. See, they all have a speed and safety component to them. So Route 66 merged onto the Interstate 40 just past Ash Fork. This is before Williams, but this is pretty, isn't it? Look at this. And just like that, we're in Williams, Arizona. Elevation 6,700 and something. Williams, Highlander Motel. You ready for a nice $26 room? Let's go see what it looks like here. Okay. Real basic. Older, but clean. Clean little place, nice floors. Well, there. It looks like the typical thing you'd see on an old Route 66 movie from the 50s or something like that. Yeah. I think $26 was a good investment. All right, Highlander Motel, $26. Hello there. Or should I say howdy? Let's go take a look at some of the sights of Williams. It's still kind of a ghost town, but the restaurants get to open up tomorrow, and maybe that'll start getting more people coming through. But let's take a look at Williams, Arizona. Say hello to the police department. Hello, police department. Right there. And of course, we're on Route 66. By the way, I think I mentioned this before. Route 66 splits up in Williams, so this is the eastbound section of it. Westbound section is right over there. Shops over here. Too bad they aren't open. You know, you wonder how much these businesses are getting hurt, and then if this has been the death knell for them, if how many of them are not going to be able to make it, or not going to be able to reopen. It just kind of pushed them over the edge, maybe. Who knows, huh? I think you might find that in a lot of towns, especially those towns that are maybe on the edge, that have been on the edge, like the really rural towns where there's not perhaps any type of industry. Williams has got the tourist industry here, so it's maybe a little bit more resilient. But I'm just thinking about all the little towns that I went through along my walk, and they were just kind of hanging on by a thread. The few businesses that were in some of those towns, just be interesting to go back there in another year or so just to see what happened, huh? Oh, they're open. Canyon Club, huh? Well, let's go down and see the there's more motels down this way here. Let's go over here and take a look at the Grand Canyon Railway, huh? And here's the train cars for the Grand Canyon Railway. If you ever get a chance to get to the Grand Canyon, I would suggest taking the Grand Canyon Railway. You can either go up into the Grand Canyon Village and take it down to Williams and then take it back up, or you can start in Williams and go up and then go down. Either way, I think it'll be a fun trip. It crosses through the woodlands, skirts the ranches up there. It's really pretty country up there. And then they also do have a Grand Canyon Hotel over here. It's shuttered right now just because of what's going on. But I did look at the prices, the regular prices. They're pretty expensive, that Grand Canyon Hotel. But the Grand Canyon Railway, I think will be a fun trip. Yeah. So if you ever get out here, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Now, let's get back to the rest of Williams. Here's the western direction of Route 66 through Williams. Not as much here. It seems that most everything's over on the eastbound section of it. And finally, here's 2nd Street, which connects east and west Route 66. I should come back through here in a couple weeks to see if it's bustling. Huh. Alright, so that's the extent of Route 66. Or Williams. It's the extent of Williams, Arizona. Alright, well that was Williams, Arizona. And don't know if you can tell here. Looks like 50% chance of thunderstorms today. The clouds really are building. So you know what I think I'll do? I think I'll go in to my $26 room and post this video. Alright, so and after that it's onward tomorrow to the forest out by the Grand Canyon, and then after that, who knows where I'll be, huh? See ya.